Hello, and welcome to the first ever The Dark Corner Podcast. This is something new that I'm trying out. I did this once before on a previous channel, but the way I did it was a bit sloppy and unpolished. Kind of just threw shit out there with no preparation. This time around, instead of me just talking with my friends about nonsense, I'll actually be talking to other narrators and writers about their work and their favorite things they've done and stuff like that. Perfect segue into the next piece of info. Joined with me today is my co-host and the first man I ever had the pleasure of collaborating with. He's a fellow narrator, a really talented one, I might add, and an all-around down-to-earth guy who just wants to share his love for creepy things with the world. He's helped me out tremendously with my growth and taught me a lot about audio and narration style. Please give a warm welcome to Horror by Numbers.
Well, thank you very much for that introduction.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Horror by the Numbers.
No, you're Horror by Numbers now.
I'm Horror by Numbers.
Yeah. See, I wrote that down properly, and you're like, I'm gonna say my name. See, I wrote this down. I had the script different. Like I had Horror by the Numbers, and I actually did the same thing. I also have been doing something that I shouldn't have been doing since I met you. I've been just slapping your whole name with no spaces. I didn't realize that. You didn't tell me, so I didn't stop.
No, to be honest, half the time I don't notice. I think it's because it sort of rolls off the tongue quite quickly. You don't always put the spaces in.
Yeah, and then I keep looking at your channel, and I'm like, oh no, there's no there's spaces in there, and then I just don't fix it. Anytime I make anything for you, I just slap it. Like your channel art, there should be spaces, but I put spaces in the picture though for the podcast. So. Perfect. So how you been doing? How you doing? We haven't really talked that much in a while.
No, I've been very busy. So I've just started back at college.
Nice. What are you going in for? What are you doing? What's going to be your major?
Well, I'm just essentially doing English and maths at the moment. So I'm just getting my base. Yeah.
I don't miss that. I don't miss that at all.
Neither do I. But once I've done them in September, I will be moving on to IT engineering.
Ooh.
So, but I just need my English and maths first.
All right. That's good though. I'm probably never gonna. I'm gonna get my GED. I don't know if you guys have that, but
I think we have like key skills,
something like that. GED is just a fake high school diploma. It's not even fake. It's just it's borderline like what a high school diploma would be considered.
Yeah, that's essentially what I'm doing.
Yeah. Because I dropped out of high school. If most people that know or if you didn't know, I dropped out of high school. And ever since, it's kind of just been slowly dawning on me that I shouldn't have done it. And especially recently, because the last few jobs that I applied for, I have a job now, I'm good. But the last few jobs that I applied for, they're like, some of them were janitorial. And they're like, you can't apply here if you don't have a high school diploma. I'm like, I need a high school diploma to scrub the floors? Really?
That sounds about right.
I didn't need one to fucking cook food, and I'm pretty sure I probably should have had one. And I cooked. I managed a kitchen. Like, I didn't need one for that.
No, I've had a very similar issue, to be honest. Because ours is GCSEs. That's what we call ours. Equivalent of a GED as such.
That just sounds like you made that
high
up.
School diploma. No, it's GCSEs and
GCSE.
Yeah. And essentially, I didn't do that particularly well at school myself.
Yeah, me neither. I slacked so hard.
Yeah, I struggled in the school environment, and there was never any particular help for me there. They didn't quite teach the way that they do now.
Right.
So it was essentially, if you don't get this, you get put in a special class. If you don't understand it, special class.
Yeah.
At which point, you would be sat there doing pretty much nothing for an hour every day.
My whole concern with school was like I could tell they didn't care about me. Like they only cared about the quota and the numbers and everything like that. Exactly. It wasn't they weren't teachers because they wanted to help kids and shape the nation's youth. They wanted to they just wanted to get a paycheck and make sure they didn't lose their job, and there was no actual passion there. I'm not saying that all of them are like that. I had some pretty cool teachers. No. I failed them. I forgot to close Facebook. I just got a notification. All right, so it's the first podcast. There's gonna be hiccups, but
Yeah, a few teething problems, but
Like I just hit my mic. I'm scratching my beard in the fucking mic.
yeah, you don't want me to hit my mic.
No, your thing just it just happened before we started recording, and
Yeah.
damn near fucking took my ear out.
It's the swing arm it's on. It's one of those like boom mic.
I have
things.
those too, and I just hit that before. I hit the shock mount.
And it just goes to town. I don't.
Yeah.
You see, because my microphone's an unusual shaped one, you can't put it.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. It looks so fucking weird.
Yeah, you can't put it in a shock mount, so you get every single bit of noise that comes through this arm if you knock it.
There's probably upgrade your mic at some point.
I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, if I win Nefarious TV's giveaway, I could just send you this one.
It would cost you more to send it, and it would actually cost me as well.
Why would it cost you?
I have to pay import charges from America.
So
depending
really
on the
sense.
item,
I'm sending it to you. You should have to pay nothing.
I
should have to pay
but...
everything.
Yep, no, I have to pay it on our side. So I've done it once before. I've ordered something from America, and it got kept back at the parcel sorting place. And I went down. I said, can I collect it? And they said, well, it's come from America.
$150.
It was £70.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I was not happy.
Jesus.
I'd already paid £150 for the item itself.
Oh my god, no. Yeah. Well, and then you're not just going to leave it there because you already paid $150, so you're going to have to come up with the £70.
Yeah.
God. That's awful.
I actually worked out that it would have been cheaper if I'd have bought it in the UK, because I found the item in the UK, but I thought, it's £200. I can get it cheaper in America. I'll just have to wait a bit longer.
Yeah, and then you find out like the import thing will make it like $200 and something anyway.
Yeah, so it ended up actually costing more.
Yeah.
So lesson learned on that one.
So yeah. I've seen you change up your style a bit. Your thumbnails are looking a lot different. Your videos overall, I'm not saying they were bad before, but they seem like you seem like you're taking a step in a different direction. Like you were doing like one type of video for a long time, and then it just kind of seems like you caught your groove and you're moving forward now.
Yeah, it feels like that. I've been experimenting a lot with Photoshop.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
which thanks to you has helped a lot.
I have one tip. Red is your enemy when it comes to certain contrast. It does pop on a lot of pictures. Don't get me wrong. Red is really good when it comes to scary. It's just sometimes probably best to use white. I use white a lot, and then just add like shadow and like a little bit of tinge on it. I don't use full white. I'll take the color of the background and then just make the opacity on that text like really, really, really light, so you can tell it's like blue, but it's not really blue.
Got you.
Yeah.
No problem. To be honest, I realized after the last video that I put out that I've used the red text now in like 3 or 4 videos in a row.
Listen, I did the same thing. The last before I took the break, the last few videos I had, actually no, the last like 5 videos had all the same font, and I was doing the same thing. I was adding some scan lines and the stupid fucking VHS thing. And I did that with the new one, but I was like, you know what? I got to try harder. I literally slapped those together in 2 seconds. I got to try harder. So the new one, I did something different. I added noise. Yeah. I took a noise PNG and I overlaid it. I took scan lines and I overlaid it, and I exposed the picture so it looked all disgusting. It was great. I was very proud of it.
I think I did something very similar to one of my previous videos. You know, I got that noise... background, the scan lines.
Yeah.
That's it, the please kill me one. It is something very similar to that, where I'd managed to get the scan lines in on the text. But you can't really see it in the thumbnail format because it's too small.
Yeah, I started noticing that. It doesn't really matter if you put any of that shit in there because you can't see it when it's that small.
No, I think the only time you can really see it is when you're
I do it for my own enjoyment, that I know I did it. But I did something on today's video that took forever because my computer is just fucking... I don't want to talk about how much I hated my computer last night during the live stream. During the editing process of the live stream, there's a lot of things I wanted to do, and it couldn't be done because of how fucking bad the lag was starting to get in the program. But I stuck through it, and I did this thing where I took a still image of a baby monitor.
Yep.
I cropped just the screen part out and then added another version of it behind it, put that little cropped version on the original screen. Then what Premiere does, it has this noise feature where it generates noise, like the little static, right?
Yeah.
And it moves. It looks like it's moving. So I made the cropped version, the noise part. I added a glow, and then I added like scan lines on it. So now the still image is now a moving baby monitor video footage.
Oh, very good.
It took so fucking long.
I
took
can imagine.
5 hours to render that video. I fell asleep and actually uploaded it like 4 a.m.
It was 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that was with I think it was actually with the Please Kill Me one, because it had that glitch effect in the background.
Yeah, when you start adding that shit, that's when your videos start to take forever. I was like, I'm not fucking sitting here for 4.5 hours. I'm tired. I wanted this shit done before I went to bed. I was struggling during that live stream last night. I'm dating this podcast because it's going up like Wednesday. I'm talking about the number 4 live session fucking thing on Thursday. Because I hate when I date things and then they're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
There was nothing as soon as like last week. I'm like, well, then it's the last week one.
It was last week.
Yeah.
But yes, no, I'm trying to sort of go in a different direction with it and trying to put a bit more production value into each video.
Yeah, me too.
But I think the last one was a very short story. A very short story.
Yeah.
The simple reason is I just did not have the time. And this Sunday's is going to be quite short as well.
It's all right. I think I usually tell on Twitter, like, I promise the next video is going to be good. Like, the next one's going to be long and a lot more thought out. But this one, usually my Monday videos are more, like, laid back because I have about 4 days to work on Friday's video and I have about 1.5 to work on Mondays because of how I set it up. So, Mondays is always a little more slacked than Friday's video is, which people, I guess, have become accustomed to it. Like, I've just been, yeah.
I want to say it's not always.
I have a
easy
lot
to
planned
get the
though.
longer ones
I have
out.
a lot of stories already.
I've got a list of them as well.
Ready to go. I had TFB actually wrote a story specifically for me, like it's unique just to me, and I gave him some. He messaged me after I told people I was taking a break, and I would need like stories, and I would be asking permission, and he was like, "Hey man, if you ever need like a story, I'll write you one," and I was like, "Hell yeah, I'll tell you something I want right now," and he had it within the next day, like hours actually later, he had the story, and it's a fucking phenomenal story. It creeped me the fuck out, and that's probably going to be Monday's video.
Fantastic, right?
It was great. I have someone else.
Monster in My Mind. He was the one who did the Please Kill
I
Me
messaged him and asked if he can do a custom one, but he's going on vacation, so I just missed it.
Yeah.
So I'll work with him eventually, but
I want to say he's a fantastic writer. I mean, that one was brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed reading it. So it's actually one of the very few stories that I've read all the way through first and then narrated.
I can't remember who I have on besides TFB. I have someone else who let me use a story. Tetra. She sent me a story, a true story actually, of an account that happened with her son like years ago. That I'm going to be reading. It's probably going to be like next Friday's video. I have a lot of stuff planned. I'm ready for it, and I'm excited for it. I still have to do the Q&A for Sunday. You
got a lot of work ahead of you.
I do, and I'm probably going to delay the Q&A, to be honest, at this point. There's so many questions, and I want to get to all of them. And I already recorded the Q&A, but then more questions started pouring in. I'm like, no. You know what? I'm just going to re-record it. I don't care. I'm just going to wait for... the questions have stopped, so I'm just going to record it all tomorrow, I guess, and then edit it, and then upload it Sunday.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably your best bet.
Yeah.
Unless I go down that route.
I'm happy I went with this break, though.
Yes.
not just because of what happened. Like, it is because of what happened. That opened up my eyes to everything. It not only let me clean the slate on how I've been doing things, but it also let me work out like a schedule between my new job and doing videos, because I couldn't find it, and that's why my videos have been lacking. Like, the thumbnails were bad, and the editing, there wasn't really much to it at all. And that was because I was so tired after work. I couldn't, when it was my day off, I just fucking binged like Twilight or something. Like, that's all I did, and I didn't want to get up out of bed. And it really depressed me, because I'm like, I've been doing so well. I don't personally think I'm that great of a narrator, and people tell me otherwise, and I do really appreciate that, and I love the comments. And the only reason I know I've been doing well is because you guys tell me I've been doing well. I don't believe it myself. Like, I'm still in that stage where I don't have really that much self-confidence. I'm just kind of confident because you guys make me that way.
It'll come.
Yeah. But yeah, I have like a full drive to get back into all this. Like, the weather's nice. It's like 65 degrees right now. I am fucking ready to go, man. Like, I'm ready to get back into this.
That's why a break every so often is always good.
But the last one I took was in like December, so I feel like it's way too soon.
No, I mean, I'm sort of scheduling breaks every couple of months.
I should probably do that too.
That's mainly to fit around sort of family and things like that.
Yeah.
So, when they're on holiday, recording and that sort of stuff is too difficult, and I'd rather spend the time.
Actually, next Monday, I don't think there will be a video because I'm going to New York, so I don't really think there will be. Maybe there will. Actually, no, there might be. It's not going to be great though, because I'm going to be recuperating from Saturday, so it's not going to be amazing. I'm probably going to have something very short. Actually, I wanted to do a Craigslist video. I've been wanting to do a Craigslist videos since I started. I posted it on Twitter. Like, I've been wanting to do a Craigslist related video since I started, and I haven't. I keep forgetting to do it.
Well, this might be your opportunity to do one.
You're right.
Could be.
Yeah, but Craigslist stories are very hard. New ones are very hard to come by, and even then, the old ones, those people are not going to message me back. They're not even paying attention to their Reddit. I know it.
No.
Because let's not mean don't pay attention to their messages. They just post it because it's true experiences, and so it's probably going to be very hard to make something out of that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think in those kinds of circumstances, when it's going to be impossible to get a hold of the original writer of the story, I don't know. I would say it's a 50-50.
I'm going to message them. I'm going to
message them. They may never get back to you, but you may be waiting a long for somebody to get back to you.
Yeah, I'll message them all at like once, and then I'll do it in like fucking July, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
There will be a Craigslist video eventually. That's the one video I want to do. Like, I've never had more of a drive to do a video than a Craigslist like horror story video. I want that because I love those. I loved watching Mr. Nightmare and the animated stuff that he did about that, because it's really fucking scary. That taxidermy one I saw that I listened to, like, he went to go pick up the car and he went behind back to like see, and he saw someone through the blinds, and he knocked on the door, and when his eyes adjusted to darkness, he noticed that it was a taxidermied human being.
Ooh.
It was fucking creepy. Yeah.
That definitely sounds creepy.
Yeah. Did I have? I feel like I had a question for you. I do. Okay. So my question was, what is your method for picking stories and like choosing what you want to narrate? Like, what do you usually go through? You just do you like scroll through Reddit and that's it? Like, you just kind of see a title and you're like, ooh.
Yeah, essentially. I'll get onto the no sleep, and then I'll just keep scrolling until one or two titles will catch my eye.
And then it's one of those fucking stories like, oh, the title's good, but the fucking story.
Yeah,
it's god awful.
Is read the first line. If the first line is not very good or is not very engaging in any way,
I read the
I'll
end.
move on to something else.
I usually read the end. If the main part about no sleep stories is if it doesn't have a good ending, it's not going to be good throughout.
Yeah. No, I've fallen foul to that a few times, to be honest.
Yeah.
The story's great, and then the ending is just like, yeah.
I think it happened last night actually with one of the stories. I think it was the bed that the bed was clicking or something like that. The story itself was good. I think. It's just I don't know. I felt maybe it's because I was tired. I just feel like it didn't really end the way I wanted it to. I didn't really understand the ending. I couldn't tell if there was like, is there still, because it was about Beatles or something, and I couldn't tell if like it was the Beatles or something else, and I don't know. I don't fucking know what happened. I have no idea.
I think that's the problem with stories, and especially sort of picking from No Sleep as well, because you can't really say, "Can you change the ending for me?"
That would be so fucking mean, actually. They probably like completely deny me ever working with them ever again. Oh man.
Oh, the guy, he got in contact with me, and he said, "Oh, I really like the video, like the story, yada yada yada, but I have one issue." And I'm like, okay, what is it? So I said, yeah, any feedback's great. He said, you mispronounced my name.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, no.
Come on, man. It's not like you did it on purpose to fucking spite him.
No, he understood that. He said it's just one of his bugbears.
Oh, okay. I thought he was being a dick about it. Like,
no,
come on, man. It's my
right.
fucking name. How do you not know? Like,
yeah. So he seemed absolutely fine about it. I said, well, if I ever do another one or is later, at a later date,
which I won't, because now I hate you for this conversation.
Yeah. I will make sure I pronounce it incorrectly again. I mean, right again.
What was your? So I think I left the stove on. I'll be back. Not.
Just like change it to Dave Batista or something.
I give like an excuse, about my job being like a main reason why I'm so busy, but I'm also like, I'm a naturally lazy person. Like it's so hard for me to get motivated. And like, if I didn't have the comments and the likes and everything and you and any narrator that talks to me, like I wouldn't be able to fucking get out of bed and do anything. Like, I don't think I actually would have got off my ass and applied to my job without this channel. Like, I just had no confidence.
That's it. It's, well, I mean, it's obviously showing that it's definitely...
It improved me as a person, because last night was like the first time in any live stream where I was like, I feel this. Like, I feel like these people are here for me, and then this is really, really cool. Because people just kept in the first like 30 seconds, like 5 people poured in, and I never had that before. I never had such dedicated people in my life like that. It's really bizarre.
Yeah, it was nice to see that sort of outreach, which was good.
Yeah.
Definitely fantastic.
I say I got really busy, and I pretty much got busy with like being depressed over Twilight. Like I expressed this in a video on a live stream and on Twitter, and I'm not ashamed of it at all. But like I that's me being busy. Is like I'm busy with my own like mental fucking stupid problems, and I was supposed to collab with so many fucking people, dude. And it's like Fitteth, I asked him, and he was like, yeah. I asked Night Terror. He's like, yeah, just send me the story. I asked Slumber, and he's like, sure, I'll let you know when I'm free. And then he never did. No, Slumber's a cool guy. He's just super fucking busy. He has a 30,000 subscriber channel he has to maintain, and I completely understand. If anybody sees me and Slumber and our Swamp and Fear all on like Twitter saying shit, it's us just joking with each other. We do it a lot. And it's really fun. We'll fuck with each other. Like I said, cause like Swamp was like, I love all you guys that are in the swamp. It's really nice to have you guys. I'm like, dude, it stinks in here. You really need to clean your room. Don't make me get mom. Like he's like boasting. He's not boasting. He's very genuinely happy that you got like his fans are there. And I'm like, dude, it fucking smells in here. Can you please not? Like I did that. I think I did that with Slumber's thing too. Like when he hit 37K, I'm like, dude, congratulations, you're a fucking sellout or something like that. Yeah. Something like that. I love it.
Didn't somebody offer him a sponsorship deal?
Slumber?
I think it might have been Slumber. Was it Fearcrawler? It was somebody. I saw somebody on Twitter feed saying that they've been offered sponsorship deal.
It's not one I follow, I don't think.
Yeah, I have no
I think
idea.
I would have seen it, actually. Yeah, I don't think it's anyone I follow. It could have
it
been
might be
Nature's
somebody
Temper,
else,
maybe?
then. No, he's. I think he's already sponsored. To be
Oh,
honest.
yeah, he's like huge. I forgot.
I think he put a video out actually saying that he was sponsored, and it was a mobile game.
You can get sponsored by anything. If I were to ever be sponsored, that's a question. If you were ever to be sponsored by something, like what would you want to be sponsored by?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a good question. It came up, and I'm happy that it happened because I don't know. I really don't.
Rogan.
What?
Sorry, Rogaine.
Rogaine? What's that?
It's a it's a hair product that makes your hair grow back.
I mean,
I think it is anyway.
Hang
on, let me double check.
Have you not even used it? Like,
oh God, no!
you're getting a sponsor for something you've never used. I think people like. I think sponsorships, like, I think they pick people who they know have used their stuff before and like really enjoy it. Maybe they don't. There's a lot of times where like, yeah, you gotta buy this product, and meanwhile, like, I play this game all the time, and meanwhile, like, you don't even have it installed on your phone after the video, like.
Oh God, yeah, they're not playing that game.
Oh yeah, because then I look at the game and I'm like, who the fuck in their right mind would spend more than 2 seconds in that? I wouldn't get past the menu, like.
No, I think if I was going to get sponsored by anything, Audible would be.
A lot of people are sponsored by Audible, and
I would love to be sponsored
like
by
the
that.
idea of Audible, but I don't want. I've tried listening to audiobooks. It's never worked for me. I don't know. I just like physically reading stuff.
No, I was exactly the same, but I eventually sort of got into the whole Audible, listening to that every night. But the one thing that made me really listen to it and sort of keep listening was Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton. He does Audible. He doesn't have a lot of books that he does, but some of them are really, really good. Yeah. And I've tried listening to other narrators on Audible, and I just cannot get on with them. But something about Will Wheaton, I will listen to him all day long.
There was someone who did really intrigue me with their voice. I can't remember who it was. I don't fucking know. Some people just don't belong as a fucking...
Was it Gilbert Godfrey?
God damn! I know he did one, and I don't remember what it was. You know what he should have been fucking narrating 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, God, yeah.
I feel like he did. I feel like someone gave him a script for it, and he did like a little snippet of it.
Yeah, that would have been
50 Shades of Grey. And then he pulled down my panties! Oh my God, that would have been fucking amazing.
Yeah. Oh, Ray Romano.
Jeez.
Oh, Kermit the Frog. He'd have been better.
Oh, man. And then I walked down the street, and I saw what seems to be a dildo.
I took Miss Piggy back.
I took Miss Piggy and I tied her up in my back room.
It's funny as all that.
She didn't like it at first, but she learned.
50 Shades of Velvet.
50 Shades of Green.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That would be awful, that.
Yeah.
Have you watched that Happy Time Murders?
Happy Time Murders. No, I heard it was bad.
It is, but in a good way. It's essentially the Muppets, but a very grown-up version of it.
I heard it was like a lot like Sausage Party, just with puppets.
Essentially, yeah.
I liked Sausage Party a lot because I'm a huge fan of Seth Rogen. So
yeah, I mean that film was horrifying throughout.
What would I be sponsored by? Jeez, man, I don't know. Probably G Fuel. I really like G Fuel.
Is that an energy?
It's the energy formula. Yeah, it's the only it's the only caffeine energy based thing that's ever actually done anything for me. I went like 1 hour of sleep, and I was able to stay awake 19 hours with full energy until I hit my bed. I had full energy.
Does it come in like a powdered form?
Yeah, it's powder. It comes in tubs and little like sample packs. I refuse to get the $40 tubs because some of the flavors don't come in sample packs, so I just have to assume I'm gonna like it for $40. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
No. I don't really know what I would want to be sponsored by.
But if you did do that, your sponsorship video should be you at a very clean table with piles of it in front of you and a very big straw.
Yeah.
I just pop back up.
I want to be sponsored by something like creepy based. Like I want to be sponsored by like No Sleep or something. I don't know. What would
I don't think No Sleep makes money.
I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know. Netflix. I want to be sponsored by Netflix.
Get sponsored by Disney.
Can you get sponsored by Netflix?
As far as I'm aware,
sponsored by
probably.
Netflix?
I think you can get sponsored by pretty much anything. Preparation H.
I don't. If Netflix had ever done a sponsor, that's where I want. Or Hulu. I think Hulu does that.
Yeah, I'm sure Hulu.
I would get sponsored by Hulu because I love Hulu. I don't like the ad version.
Yeah,
I paid $4 extra to get no ads, and I've been using it constantly.
Likes the ad version.
I've been binging Twilight. I've been and every episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine is posted like hours after it goes up.
Oh yeah, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Have you watched the last one?
No, I haven't. I've been way too busy. But Sword Art Online gets a new episode every time it comes out. The Orville is a great show by Seth MacFarlane that comes out every time, and like just endless amounts of content that are posted on there, and it's just way more beneficial if you like that type of stuff. Like if you don't like the stuff they offer, like if you don't like any Fox shows, you probably won't like Hulu, because that's the only reason I got it, was because I wanted to watch The Orville, and I couldn't fucking catch it anytime. So I would probably get sponsored by Hulu. Or Coke, like caffeine free. That's probably another one too.
Yeah, but the problem with Coke is it would be written into your contract that you have to whisper it like every 30 seconds in a narration.
No, I would just put it in like the end of the video or the beginning.
It'd be like, Timmy opened the door to the basement, Coca-Cola.
And he walked past the empty corridor and just saw a Coca-Cola caffeine free 2019 rolling down the carpet or something. He just like you're really oddly specific.
Yeah, it's just really oddly specific items. All Coke based, but they're everywhere.
That's fucking amazing. I would do that for like one video and just like see if anybody catches it. Like I won't say anything about it. I don't know. I think was I talking about that with you? I can't remember who I was talking about it with, but just like my favorite thing would be creating a TV show like a channel. Yeah. Not say anything about what I'm about to say, right? You just make a bunch of really good written TV shows, like very high paid, high budget TV shows, like another version of like the CW. And you put stuff on like The Flash and Arrow, stuff like that, and just written differently, and it's really good. And then you just put some really fucked up shit. Like someone says some really fucking you have like a full season where everything's just normal. And then the first episode of the second season, the characters are just talking properly, and he's like, "Yeah, so I walked back the fucking bench," and just, and then don't say anything. The characters don't even acknowledge that happened.
Yeah, they just carry on as normal.
And then the rest of the season is fine.
Yeah, just that one episode.
Just that one episode, and you just sneak it in there every so often. I would love that. That would be fucking amazing. Oh God, I think because I was watching Merlin the other day with my grandmother for the fucking fourth time, and I love that show. But there was a part in it, and I can't really remember what it was. But just think of how funny it would be if like these characters are like in medieval times. It'd be so funny if they just pulled out a cell phone and started talking on it, and then just like put it back in their pocket, and then nobody thought that was weird. Like,
Yeah, just carried on as normal.
yeah, it's just nobody thought it was weird, and it wasn't like a mistake. Like they didn't cut it out. Like that was genuinely written into the script. Like that would be fucking amazing. Because nobody acknowledges it, and it's never acknowledged ever again. Nobody ever pulls out a cell phone or any type of technology past that time period. Like, that would be fucking amazing.
I think that there are some films where they've done similar things.
I think they're like parody films, though. I want like an actual like serious written TV show to just drop that one day.
I mean, there's the occasional bloopers. I think in Lord of the Rings, if you look closely enough, you'll see some people wearing trainers.
Really?
Sneakers. Yeah,
that's fucking awesome.
But you've got to look though. You've got to look.
Yeah.
Some of the extras just wore them for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I think during Spartacus, that's one of the more famous
I've never
ones.
seen it.
Is during the Colosseum fight scene. If you look very closely, you can see a VW car.
A VW?
Parked.
Oh, really?
Parked up and sort of hidden away slightly, but just the front end of it sticking out, and it's bright yellow as well. It's like it's not hard to miss, but yet somewhere, somehow, during the production of it, they forgot to edit that out.
That's fucking awesome.
I love looking for sort of movie mistakes and continuity errors, that sort of stuff. You've watched Austin Powers, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So the scene where he's unfrozen and he's on the sort of weird table thing, a nurse comes up to him and unclips the clips from his ears.
Okay. I don't think I really remember this, but...
It goes back to Felicity, and then it cuts back to him, and she comes back and unclips the clips again.
That's... You think it was a mistake or they did that on purpose?
No, that was a genuine mistake.
Oh, they just clipped two separate takes together?
Essentially, yeah.
Wow.
And somebody didn't notice.
That's fucking awesome.
Resident Evil, that's one of the worst ones.
What, the movie?
If you watch it, yeah.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Okay, it's been a while, but I should remember this.
If you watch very, very closely, you can see the boom mic occasionally pop down from the top of the screen.
Are you serious? I gotta watch that movie again. I'm just gonna be looking for that the entire time.
Yep, just keep looking. I went to the cinemas to watch it, and I'm sat there going,
"The fuck is that?"
We just kept popping down and then going back up again. And I'm like, and it happens like 4 or 5 times throughout the movie.
Wow, I've never. Wow,
it ruined the movie for me though because I just kept looking for it rather than watching the film. I had to rewatch it again.
Wow, look, I didn't even pay attention to the story.
No, not one bit.
Resident Evil Part 2, the boom mic.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's
like, hey, wait, I don't remember that monster from the video games. What the hell?
Yeah.
The one main thing I've never really expressed how much I hate is when like I watch a lot of blooper compilations because I love bloopers. They make me smile like a fucking idiot. They make me laugh more times than it should. But there's these fucking ones where they put in like animated ones, like they purposely make a blooper reel that's animated and it's faked bloopers.
Yeah,
there's like a Lion King one,
yeah,
and it's really I hate that one because like they're purposely messing up, and like and then they animate it. It makes no sense. And Doctor Who has a couple of those where like the badly CGI'd characters accidentally fly into a wall or something, and it makes no sense. But stop it.
The amount of production and time and money you would have to put into that.
It's so dumb.
That's not.
So, segueing into another thing, because I feel like we just went off on a tangent for no reason.
We did, yeah.
We've both been doing this for almost the same amount of time. We have about a few months in between the start dates. Some people will see your growth or my growth, for an example, and take a look at our channels and think, he has to be botting. There's no way. Because they will look at our stuff like, what are they doing? They're just fucking reading stories. Or like they look at our growth and like they look at how big it was in such a short amount of time. Like you went from 300 to 700 in like no time at all. And I know you personally, and I know that you wouldn't ever do something like that.
No.
I know for a fact you wouldn't, because I've talked to you. I've seen your methods. I actually have looked up my name on Google, and I have seen where you post your videos. I've seen all the websites you post them on, so I know that you're just posting on different websites to get the videos out there, because you posted our collab that went up on your channel there. You posted them on a bunch of separate places, like, oh, my new video with Dark Narrator and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, so that's how he does it, because I knew you say you were posting somewhere, but I never really knew where. So I know he has different methods. And no, I haven't been botting. I'm fortunate enough to have befriended people like Fearcrawler, and Vidith, and Swamp Dweller, and Slumber Reads, because they have shouted me out countless amount of times. Horror by Numbers has definitely affected my growth and affected me. He has affected my channel more than any fucking narrator ever has. My videos, the way they are now, wouldn't have been the way they are now without him. When I met him, he showed me like a video about how to do better audio, and he's honest. He tells me what he likes and what he doesn't like and what I should change and stuff like that. And I took every tiny little bit of advice and was like, all right, I'm gonna change that. And like I remember him saying, like, he sent the audio thing to me, and not the next video it was changed. Yeah, like it was completely different. It was like, holy shit, he actually took my advice. Because you said that there was people, you would give advice to people because they asked for it and they would never take it. And the same thing with me. I would do the same thing for people and they wouldn't take it. They would take it as like a personal attack on their character.
Yeah, and it's sometimes difficult as well, that one, because it's, how do you give back constructive advice without coming across as being, conceited or offensive in any way?
Well, like, I've heard you doing it. I'm like, this guy's genuinely trying to give me advice. Like, I think I don't remember if you just like straight up said it or like I asked for it, but it came up.
I mean, what I did originally is redid the audio, sent you the audio file, and then explained. I said, look, I hope I'm not overstepping or anything like that.
Right? Yeah. You were like, you were like, I hope I'm not like trying. I'm not trying to offend you or anything. I think your stuff is great.
So, and I even give you the option to, say no. I'd have gone with your.
I could have just said fuck off.
I'd have had no issues at all with that.
But like, I want to improve. That's the whole thing. You're never going to be perfect. That's not perfection is not a thing.
God, no.
Except when you're talking about food, because there's some food that's just perfection. But we're talking about people. People can't be perfect. That's just a thing.
No.
Swamp Dweller, he has over 100K. You think he's perfect? You think Mr. Nightmare is perfect? No. Any of them? No. Everybody has their own problems and their own quirks, and they have their things in their videos that aren't perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. I've seen Mr. Nightmare on countless time make mistakes, and it doesn't bother me because I know that he's trying his hardest. His videos are crazily high in production. He does so many sound effects and so many things. I know he's a person. I know he's going to make mistakes. And I've made mistakes. You've made mistakes. Every narrator and every YouTuber and every person on the planet has made mistakes. So I know when you're giving me that advice that I'm going to take it because I can always be better.
Well, that's it. I mean, I've had plenty of sort of feedback, criticism, thing like that, over the few months that I have been doing this.
Right.
And for the most part, I will take it on board. Now, if it's something to do with, me as a person, then
you're like, fuck off. Yeah.
I'm like, I can't change that. So unfortunately,
it took me a while to realize that, where I should, because people have been trying to change me since I met them. And it took me a really long time and actually a big, huge fight and quarrel with another person to really be like, why am I trying to change? When these people, if they truly were my friends, should accept me the way I am.
Exactly.
Like, I know I could be an asshole, but, like, you've known me for 10 fucking years.
Yeah, I'm not going to change. If I didn't change 10 years ago, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, like, it just, you knew me for this long, and now you're complaining about it. Like, you should have said something back then. It's not like I was going to change back then for you, but, like, no. And now I'm just like, I've had more confidence currently than I've ever had. I'm like, why do I give a fuck what you think?
Yeah.
Like, who are you again?
That's the best way. So, I mean, like I said, for the most part, I will only offer advice if it's asked, but if I can see that somebody is doing well and that somebody's passionate about what they're doing, but I notice something,
Hmm.
then I'll be like, just try this. And for the most part, most people will generally ignore it. So I think, you, like you said, you were the first one that just took that advice on
And you
board.
said, like, straight up, like,
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting you to take it.
I was not expecting it. I mean, you ran with it and you've improved upon it as well.
I think
So
ever since that point, like, that was the point where I was like, all right, I think we're just gonna have to keep talking. Like, this is like the point where we're now friends. Like, he's actually taking my advice. He wants to work with me. He wants to not only benefit himself through these collaborations and this like partnership, but he also wants to benefit my channel because like he's also giving me advice. He's also giving me insight on stuff I don't know. Which, like,
well, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to say you've helped me out with countless things. To be honest, especially with likes of Photoshop.
There's a lot of stuff I never really knew about audio and stuff. I wasn't doing this ever really
You're way ahead
seriously.
of me on that one.
But I've been doing Photoshop for the past like 5.5 years, so like that's just one thing I can do in like seconds.
Oh, before I forget, congrats on 300.
Thank you. Congrats on 700. I don't know, 750 actually. You're 758 or something like that right now.
I think
something like that. But yeah, 300 is
57.
huge for me. I never thought I was gonna get here. Not this fast anyway. I knew seeing my growth.
Get that far.
I don't know, in the beginning of February, I knew I was going to be here. I didn't think I was going to be here this fast. My goal for the end of this year was 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm going to hit it by mid-year.
Yeah, you definitely will do.
If this growth keeps up the way it is, I feel like I'm going to hit it like mid-year, and like this is going to be my year for to show people what I have. Like,
well, that's it. I reckon. I'll be coming up on a year when I probably sort of get to the 1,000 plus mark.
You're gonna hit it so soon, dude. You've been skyrocketing. Holy shit, your growth. Every time I look, you have like 150 more subs. It's ridiculous.
It's well, and then it'll sort of come back up again. It's very weird how it keeps doing it. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure why. But I have been working on SEO.
SEO?
Sort of ranking the videos within YouTube.
Oh.
And Google and all that sort of stuff. I've been trying to get my head around that. That's why the titles of my videos have changed slightly.
Right, I've seen that. You started like putting no sleep in like the title.
Yes, and that generally helps with the ranking a lot better.
Because people type that in. Like, not only is it used for tags, like, but like that, it doubles like the tag value. Like, you get no sleep in the title, and it's part of the tags. Like that, your video will come up.
There we are.
Easier.
So it seems to be working at the moment. It's not working with all of them, but it is working with a few of the videos. So I have noticed a definite increase in views.
Right.
But I've also been working on marketing and things like that as well.
Yeah, so I haven't been doing that. I've just kind of been posting and hoping that it does well. Like, that's one way of doing it, but like your way is a lot faster. Like, I just don't have the patience for it.
It seems to be going a bit faster.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I can't always work on it. So there will be times where I'll post a video and it won't do anywhere near as good as the previous ones because I've laxed on the marketing side because I can't be bothered that week, or I'm too tired to be messing about because
I just don't have the patience.
It takes a lot of hours to sort of get it marketed properly, and
so segue.
One day I'll get
sorry.
pay someone.
I thought you were done. I'm sorry.
No, I'm done now. I'm done now.
Segueing from the whole botting topic,
yes,
there seems to be a lot of current negativity in the horror community lately, and I feel like this was inevitable to not touch on this since we're talking about everything that has to do with the horror community in general. Narrators having a quarrel with other narrators, and big channels calling out smaller ones, and vice versa. And this happens in every community at some point, but it seems, for me anyway, I've been paying attention like all the time to the horror community. Like but it just seems like it's come out of thin air. Like 1 minute it was quiet, and the next everyone's at each other's throats. Like, I did not see it. There was no build-up. It was just boom. It happened.
I think it was bound to happen at some point, though.
Yeah, it definitely was. It's just I thought there would be like, I've never really been like at the epicenter. Like I've never really seen like where it started, and like I always thought there was like some growth to the negativity, but this one seems like it literally just happened.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere, very fast, very quick. It was actually quite interesting to watch it unfold.
I was part of some of it, like
you was, yes,
and I didn't want to be.
I stayed back and watched from a distance.
Oh, thanks. You let me fucking fend for myself. No, I'm kidding.
Damn right.
Damn right. You fucking deserve it.
Sat there with popcorn.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, but I was crying into my popcorn.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least it would be salted.
I was eating popcorn because it was already salted. Now it's double salted, and I have sodium problems. Yeah. I was eating my popcorn for different reasons. I was fucking stress eating. You were eating because you were enjoying yourself.
But it was interesting to see how it unfolded and how quickly it escalated.
It seems to have died down, but maybe that's because I blocked a lot of people who were doing it.
Yeah, for the most part, it's died off. And some will come along eventually that will rekindle some part of it.
There is someone currently who just got suspended on Twitter. Fearcrawler brought this to my attention. Brett Buckman is a guy who's imitating Mr. Terror, and he is apparently he was huge at some point for being completely hated because he kept going on other narrators' channels and saying the N-word and all this other shit. And he was also like he was commenting on people's videos saying that they raped his daughter, even though he's like 16 and he doesn't have a kid. And he bots his entire channel, and it's obvious. And he bots all of his Twitter followers. He has 26,000 Twitter followers, and but no following. And he has 2,000 subscribers on YouTube and 2,000 total views.
So that's a subscriber for every view.
That's yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
And he's a complete asshole. He's Fearcrawler like put him on blast on Twitter and was like, look at what this guy's saying. And it was like this guy was like, oh, look at you're salty if something happened 1 year ago. I was like, well, no, you messaged me, so now I'm just bringing up shit that you did. And he's like, look at you at your little 200 follower Twitter, like. Who the fuck are you again? I haven't heard of you until 2 seconds ago. Fearcrawler's relevant. Who the fuck are you? Like, are you serious?
Then
it seems like every so often the Discord's like cutting out.
Ah, right.
It's all good. It just happens every so often. It doesn't happen every time, but
all right. That should be fun.
Yeah. But yeah, like Fearcrawler is relevant. Who the fuck are you?
I'm gonna say it seems to happen, especially with some of the bigger channels as well. They tend to attract a very weird sort of copycat following in a sense, where you will get people that will copy your channel, and they'll even steal your content and put it on their own channel.
I think that's what he was doing. I don't think he does it anymore. I don't think he copies anybody else anymore. But he's a straight asshole. He's a racist. He's a sexist. Like.
Right, we know he doesn't deserve to be on
and platform. He does not belong in this community. We don't condone that shit. I don't speak for everyone in the horror community, but I'm saying you do not belong here. Not in this part. Go to Drama Alert, please. Go hang out with Keemstar. You belong with him.
Or PewDiePie. You could join PewDiePie.
Nah.
I hate PewDiePie.
You hate PewDiePie? I don't like him anymore. I posted on Twitter, he was the reason that I recovered from my attempted suicide.
Right.
Yeah. So his earlier stuff is the reason I am who I am today.
No, that's understandable.
But today, no, I don't like him. But I can agree that he's under flack for no reason currently. He has said some anti-Semitic things in the past, but he is under a lot of pressure right now because of the whole New Zealand shooting. Because the guy said subscribe to PewDiePie before he lit up about 49 people.
Yes, I've heard about that.
And that's not, and they're giving PewDiePie shit for it. They're saying they should ban his channel. Like, he didn't.
No, it had nothing to do with it.
That's just how big the subscribe to PewDiePie versus T-Series thing has gotten. It's not his fault.
I mean, that's like him turning around and saying, go watch Avengers, Infinity War.
Yeah, are you going to ban Avengers? Like,
It doesn't work that way.
It was another thing, like, oh, go buy tickets to Panic at the Disco. Are you gonna fucking give Brendan Urie some flack? Like, no.
It has nothing.
It's nothing to do with that guy.
So no, in that sense, then yeah, he's not.
He's under a lot of shit right now for no reason, and it's really upsetting to watch.
But for me personally, I was never a fan of him. Right from the start.
You were also older than me when he started, like a lot older.
True.
You were in your 20s already.
Yeah.
So I was 14. I was 14 when I first started watching him, something like that, and he did a lot for me.
Well, that's it. I mean, he catered mainly for that age group.
Mm-hmm. And now that I'm older, I'm like...
Yeah. You sort of... So you can sort of see it from my perspective back when I was that age.
No. I definitely understand.
Yeah.
I definitely understand. I still go back and I watch his old stuff, though, because there's a lot of nostalgia and there's a fondness in my heart that I love. I just watched, like, a shit ton of his old stuff, like, not an hour ago. And The Umbrella Academy. Oh, my God, if you guys haven't fucking seen that. The Umbrella Academy is great.
Yeah, I've watched the first season. Fantastic.
It's so fun. I'm only like 4 episodes in and I'm like, this is fucking awesome. I love this. I'm so addicted.
Yeah, you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
God,
especially when it starts getting to the end.
Oh my God, that's so good. Because I know about the comic and I've read bits and pieces of the comic, but this is so fucking good.
Yeah, they've actually made a decent...
holy shit.
Superhero series.
Yeah, that was really hard to do, and I'm really happy with it.
It seems to have been. 'Cause, I mean, I've never been a big fan of Arrow, Flash.
Oh, I loved Arrow.
Any of them.
Also sad that it's ending next season, but
yeah, I could never get on with any of them, and I think the reason is I got spoiled by big budget movies of superheroes.
What's funny though is that like they're doing a lot with their budget. Like the Flash is like. So, when it comes to the Flash's budget, some of the CGI looks bad, but you realize it's a TV show. Like they're doing pretty good for a TV show. I remember like fucking Smallville's budget. Oh my God, have you seen Smallville lately? Like that shit looked awful compared to the Flash.
10 years I wasted my life watching that to see him not become Superman. You know how mad I was on the last episode.
You're talking about.
I threw the TV remote. I'm like, damn it!
There's a part in every year there's a crossover between Arrow, Supergirl, and the Flash.
Yeah.
And this one was fucking what is it called? Elseworlds, which is based on the single comics where it's like a what if scenario for the DC characters. Like what if the DC characters were in medieval times? And this one is like what if Oliver Queen was the Flash and Barry Allen was the Arrow, and it was really fucking cool. So they're like, the only person who can figure this out is if we go to the other Earth and talk to Supergirl. Oh my fucking God. Okay, so they get the original fucking ranch from Smallville that he grew up on, the original set.
Right.
And they jump through the fucking portal, and the fucking theme song from Smallville plays.
Oh God!
And it's like somebody save me, and it's oh my God, a single tear like dropped out of my fucking eye when I saw that. I'm like, that's how you pay homage to the original shit. Like that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's how it's done. But yeah, no, that I like the series all the way through, but that last episode
because what they're saying is that the Superman in that universe is the Superman that was in fucking Smallville, just grown up. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it'd be nicer if they got the original actor back in, sort of tie that in.
Yeah, nah, well, he wasn't that great of a Superman anyway, but...
No, I mean, to be honest, I feel like they gave him the script and said, right, just play Superman as a dumb shit. And it's essentially what he did for 10 seasons.
You're so right. Oh my fucking God. I went through bits and pieces of that show. I couldn't fucking sit through how bad that shit was acted. They took itself so seriously and it didn't make any sense.
It did. I mean, Superman's supposed to have like an nth level intellect.
Yeah.
I mean, throughout it just looked like you were constantly constipated at everything. You know, what the hell?
Oh my fucking God. Oh, shit. Like What's funny is like he's not a bad actor now because I saw him in
No,
Lucifer
he's
as
not.
Cain, and he was great in that. But oh my god, as a kid he was awful.
Yeah, it was so wooden.
I remember like I didn't actually really watch Smallville until like recently because I wasn't really into that superhero shit until like I was into superheroes, but not that DC superheroes. I was into Marvel.
Yeah.
I wasn't until DC until like Arrow came out. And I was like, oh, the Flash was in Smallville. I want to see what he looked like. They butchered it.
Yeah.
They butchered what the Flash was. He didn't meet the Flash until he was already Superman. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. And then the fucking sequence where they're running together. Oh my fucking god.
I think essentially what they did is they went, right, can we get an actor that looks exactly like Bart Simpson if he was human? And that is essentially the Flash in Smallville.
He looked like fucking Dash from The Incredibles.
He looked like the lead singer from
fucking NSYNC.
No, Sum 41. He looked like the less successful cousin of the lead singer of Sum 41.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, no, that was
I lied to Twitter, by the way. I said these would be like a half hour. We've been recording for like a fucking hour.
Yeah.
Maybe. A full fucking hour. I don't really care.
But the MVP of that entire series was his dad.
I don't remember most of that show.
Oh, God, yeah, no, his dad took more of a beating than Superman did, and he got up every... He constantly gets thrown through walls, and I'm sat there thinking, well, working on a farm really fucks you
It's like,
out.
it was the same thing with Arrow, like 5 years on an island, and I'm like, this guy got fucking stabbed by like the sharpest blade you can possibly see, right in his like where he should have died, and he fell off a fucking mountain afterwards. No. He got recuperated after 3 days by getting saved by someone else, and then he came back.
I mean, if you go with that logic, Tom Hanks is undestroyable. I mean, he spent years on that island.
Oh my fucking god! Well, Tom Hanks also didn't get like fucking beaten to shit by like these weird fucking
no, I didn't.
Deathstroke mercenaries for 5 fucking years, and then get electrocuted and.
And Wilson's immortal.
Oh yeah, Wilson will always be fucking. I can't even take this conversation seriously. Jesus Christ.
Wilson.
My last and final question is: what channels are you really into right now, as far as narration goes, that you think deserve more attention?
Braziers. I mean, yeah, edit that one out. Okay. I'm just trying to think, really. Let me think. There's a few that I watch. He Follows. I definitely think.
Yeah, I was going to mention him as well.
Some more attention. Definitely.
Yeah, go subscribe to He Follows if you haven't already. He does some really good stuff.
If you haven't already, get subscribed to him. He's doing some fantastic narrations at the moment.
Yeah.
And he's only just started as well.
Yeah.
And he seems to be on the ball with pretty much everything. So he's doing a fantastic job.
And is he the one who does the one in his car, or is that the high speaker?
That might be the high speaker.
Right. Okay, no, yeah, He Follows those. He started the H.P. Lovecraft and like Edgar Allan Poe stuff, right? Okay, so the high speaker does the stuff in his car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sightless Sonder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely Sightless Sonder. Like, to explain the level this guy is on. 1, he's blind. 2, he has worked with Darkness Prevails and Swamp Dweller. He's worked with some of the biggest people in narration.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like a small channel. He deserves way more recognition than he has. He is in all of my videos. He is in most of Sean's videos. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Like, he's superb.
Yeah, he's absolutely fantastic. Just on a side note as well, if you listen to this Sightless Sonder, I am trying to remember to tag you in on Twitter. I do forget
it every
occasionally.
time.
Yeah, I do occasionally forget, and he does remind me. But I will try my best, because sometimes when I get the videos together, I just get them up and then I sort of forget about it for the day. and I do forget occasionally.
Sometimes he'll just fucking do it himself, and I don't even mention him. Like, how does he know? He probably watches the videos and it's like, hey, that's my music.
That's mine. I can hear it. So yeah, but yeah, no, definitely Sightless Sonder. He follows the Haunted Broadcast.
Yeah, the Haunted Broadcast.
Definitely. Is it broadcast? Yeah, broadcast.
Broadcast.
Anyway. I wasn't sure if it was broadcaster or broadcast, but it's broadcast.
Well, it's broadcast. It's broadcast.
Definitely check him out.
Gothic Rose. Do Gothic Rose.
Yep.
Gothic Rose is a female narrator, which is very rare to come by.
Yes.
And especially ones that have a good tone of voice. I think you guys would, because they're like, a lot of them are like really high pitched, and generally horror narration usually requires like a monotone, deep type of smooth voice. But there is people who can. There is women who can, and I think she is one of them. I listened to a bunch of her stuff, and I think she deserves a lot more attention. Like, you can go to her comments and clearly see that she has a following and people do like her stuff. So I think you would like her stuff as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just trying to think of a few others.
Off the top of my head, TFB, please.
Yes.
Like, the man writes every fucking story that is in his videos. Every story in his videos is written by him. Everything's edited and narrated.
Start to finish.
He is a talented individual that deserves more attention. I want to bring up someone who disappeared. Where the fuck is Mr. Dark Reads at?
Oh yeah,
he's gone. He disappeared. He hasn't posted in like 2 months.
Let me check.
And there was nothing. He just disappeared. YouTube.
I'm looking on his Discord.
Mr. Dark Reads. He does have a kid, but squeak.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, he hasn't posted in a month.
Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't posted since February 11th was his last video.
Yeah. I wonder what's going off there. Well, if you're listening to this, post something.
My friend posted about her story being on here. Oh! Okay. So one of the people I did for the story, for the video today, apparently posted it on their Reddit.
Ooh,
so
cool.
One of their friends came by, so that's cool. I love the people who are like, I love you. I was listening to I love you so much. Janelle is always like, I love you bunches. Every time, like, love you bunches. I love that. Dark Narrator, you are so awesome.
It's always nice to get that sort of feedback. Especially when you've just put a video out as well. And they're like instantly on it.
Yeah, crazily. Like, I've never had that, dude. It's so fucking bizarre, and I love it. I don't want it to stop. Please don't stop.
It's addictive.
It's addictive. It really is, and it goes to your head sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes. I'm going to try to make sure that it doesn't happen. I require you to be there to make sure I'm grounded.
Oh, I will do. I'll beat you with sticks.
Beat you with sticks.
I'll be like, no.
Now.
You are not a celebrity.
And you're like, you're right. I'm not. I'm just a fucking weirdo on the internet who fucking and his breakdown, and then you have to be like, stop crying, you fucking bitch.
I've got other sticks for that.
Yeah, you have the crying bitch stick. Like, this is the one to show you I love you and to shut the fuck up.
That one's got nails in it.
Oh my god.
Quiet.
Jeez.
There has to be a long stick though, about 2,500 miles long.
Jesus.
But
just smack me from Britain. Fucking hell.
Have a cup of tea on Ender.
He's pouring on me. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's fucking 6 a.m. Yeah, well, it's 7 here, bitch. It's tea time.
Can you just imagine that was sort of coming through the window very slowly? Where's that coming from?
And I just start smelling tea. I'm like, this is there green tea? Like, who's making? Oh, fucking Jesus Christ! just
repeatedly pouring on you.
It just never stops. And this stick is actually a tube, and it's just constantly pouring tea from Britain all the way onto my pants.
Oh, it wouldn't be tea if it was a tube.
Would it be piss?
Somewhat thicker.
Something like that.
Yeah, it'd be something along those lines.
Are you taking the piss?
Are you taking the piss, man?
You taking the piss?
All right, then.
All right.
How you doing?
The fuck
Shine
you doing
your
there?
shoes.
You taking a piss?
Shine your shoes, governor.
The only stuff I know is from like Kingsman and like Hot Fuzz and stuff like that.
Oh god, no! I've actually spoken to quite a few Americans. It's funny sometimes because they just have this weird expectation that I'm going to speak Queen's English.
No, I want you to speak like that. What you guys consider like the poor man's type talking, like what you see in Kingsman, like the main character, how he talks, like the fuck you doing here, bruv? You taking a piss?
We see that's Southern.
I like
that's
that.
Still Southern.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm Northern, so Northern language.
I thought Southern was supposed to be like posh.
Yeah, Southern's posh,
but that's not posh. That's definitely not posh. That's like ghetto talk.
It is around here.
Really?
See, I'm unusual in the fact that I don't
like when they call you bruv, or like really?
Yeah.
But in so I guess the Kingsman movie is wrong because then there's in that movie there's like Gentleman Posh and then there's like him and they consider the other guys like a silver spoon type of person.
Yeah, so down south, yes, that would his accent would be considered not posh.
But to you it is.
Up here, it's still posh.
Huh. I don't really consider it posh because I can tell whether it's I can see the way the posh people talk and then him and I'm like he's clearly like what you would see in like New York over here.
Yeah,
like,
there's a north south divide.
So you're like North and South Korea just without the short pudgy guy.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, well, we've got a skinny rake woman, but you know.
Jeez. You talk about the Queen like that?
You see, now that again, it would be considered posh up here.
Okay, I'm just saying that I like that accent.
Yeah, up here,
I love the way they talk. Like, I'll bust your fucking chops. You get me?
I actually struggle to do the local accent because I never pick one up. I don't have a particularly strong regional accent, so for me it's difficult to sort of get it right. But let's see if I can do it. To
let you guys know, like you and the people who are watching, the next podcast will have a guest. I'm gonna try to do like one without one guest, one without stuff like that. The next guest will be Vidith22.
Yay!
He is confirmed. I have been writing the script since he confirmed the other day. So Vidith will be on there. Fear Crawler will be on next month.
Nice.
At some point, I'm trying to get Night Terror and someone else. I think I asked Slumber as well and Swamp. So I'm gonna see if they get back to me on that.
Nice. You got a good lineup there.
Yeah. I have a lot of. I have all the people I usually talk to all the time. So.
Right. So Northern accent.
Let's go.
If I can pull it off.
Okay.
All right then, mate. What you want to do? Come on then.
It sounds.
I fucking have you.
I love that one. I love that.
Want to fight?
Want to fight?
7, but you know.
Yeah.
That's the joke. Want to fight is 7, but it also means do you want to fight?
Yeah.
It's daft, but no. It depends really. Because I mean, you've got these like the Barnsley accent. Now Barnsley from where I am is only a few miles, but the accent turns to a drawl. So if somebody says they're from Barnsley, they go, "I'm from Barnsley."
That just sounds like a Southerner talking, like
kind of
a Southerner for me, like a.
Yeah, it's Barnsley.
You come down right here, right now. I'll bust you up a little bit, put you in a barrel. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna butter your bread.
I'm gonna butter your bread. You know what I'm saying? I'll put you in a spit bucket, put you on a spittoon. You know what I'm saying? Get her done.
But yeah, for the most part, no, I didn't pick up any accents. I like the
used to have
accent.
I have a New York accent at some point, like when I say talk. Like
talk,
or I say coffee. Like
coffee.
yeah, that's how I used to say coffee. Like I don't say it any other way, and I can't. It's usually anything that has like a al or like something like that. Walk.
Hey,
I say walk.
Come over here.
Or water.
I want to talk.
Like water. I say water.
Water.
Yeah.
Do you say Peter?
What?
Peter.
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 It's gonna take it, not a day.
Hey, Peter.
Peter. And then there's the Cornish accents, which is I know nothing about, no book learning me. See that windmill over there? That's always been there.
I like that one. Right. See that fucking windmill over there? It's always been there.
Always been there.
It's always been there. I didn't ask about the fucking windmill, but it's always been there.
Yeah. Oh, you'll get that. You'll get that. You go anywhere, and there's like people just randomly.
Have you seen my dog today?
Everything.
Like, no. Oh, you want to see my dog? No, I don't.
You want my dog?
You want my dog?
Here, I buy the dog.
My favorite accent is just like
be lucky.
That beginning accent that they have all around in Kingsman. Just
yeah.
Are you fucking dense? You taking a piss? What the fuck you doing here? Shit like that. I like that stuff a lot. I just love the way they talk.
Oh.
I don't know. Just I'll fucking knock you around. You get me, bruv. Just I love that. Just I love the get me, bruv part. Just you fucking get me, bruv.
I'll fucking have you. Come here.
I literally punch you in the fucking teeth. All right. You get me, bruv. You guys say literally a lot.
No, we don't. We don't say it up here. Down south, yeah.
Just wherever it is, I hear it all the fucking time.
No, we don't. We don't say literally.
And I heard in fucking in Doctor Who, they have it sometimes in there too many times. Where like, are you actually properly real? Like, are you an actual proper person? Like, can you not? You don't need two fucking verbs in there. Why are you saying that to me? Jeez, man. All right, so
yes,
that seems to be all the time we have for today's podcast. We've been recording for about an hour and 20 minutes, which will probably be shaved down to like an hour 10. It is the first podcast though. There was a lot to get through, so there'll probably be the guest podcast will probably be this long, and the normal ones will probably be like a half hour, 45 minutes, something like that. But if we get on tangents, we really can't stop it. I kind of forgot how things flow in podcasts. Like, it'll be like a half hour. Nope, hour and 20 minutes.
Nope, never half.
Yeah. So thank you so much to Horror by Numbers for helping me kick off this podcast show thingy. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you like it, please leave a like and comment down below on stuff you want to see us talk about and guests you want to see us have on. Be sure to subscribe to Horror by Numbers. Also, check out my merch shop and he has one, right? You have a Redbubble?
Yes, I have a Redbubble, and I also have a Patreon.
Oh, I will leave those down in the description as well. I have a Patreon. You don't have to donate to it. It's a bunch of custom pledges. But if you get, if you get $5, you get like stuff from my videos that no one else can see. And if you do $10, you can get a free sticker from the merch shop. And a couple of other like Twitter related things. And there's really cool merch on there made by a bunch of cool people.
Yes.
All of the links will be in the description to his Patreon, his YouTube channel, his Twitter, and all of his other merch-related things, as well as mine. As always, I love you guys, and we will catch you in the next one. See you later.
Yes. Bye.